Hey, call me Shape. And today I'm reacting to a video titled, She Shames Men for Not Approaching. Let's get right into it.
My theory on men liking approachable women by appearance continues.
Sitting on the fence, right? A lot of them are choosing not to date. Now, the reason why I'm telling you this is because you kind of need to know how these men are currently thinking right now, because this will help you with your question. What can we do to make a man that we see and like approach us so that he makes the first move? Well, you have to make him feel comfortable.
I hate when I complain that it's really hard to date because no one approaches me, and they're like, why? Is it because you're intimidating? And I'm like, no, why would you say that? And they're like, well, maybe you have a resting bitch face. And I'm like, no, I'm just fucking autistic.
Struck up a conversation with this girl that was like from Europe, and she was visiting Toronto, and she just was like, by the way, like the men here, they just don't like, they don't approach you, or like they'll find you attractive and just kind of like do nothing. And I was like, yeah, welcome to Toronto, sis.
I don't know what male gym goer needs to hear this, but please come up to us at the gym.
Fellas, they're trying to get us again, man. This is the second girl that's gone viral in the last month, talking about they want men to start approaching again.
I just saw TikTok that said men aren't approaching women, not because they're being told not to by women, but because they're just actually too scared, which is a valid reason. Like, I don't want to go up to people and talk to them, even if I think they're hot. I'm scared too. But the men in his fucking comments being like, well, I'm too ugly. Well, I'm just scared if I do what they're gonna say or what they're gonna accuse us of. Well, I don't look like Chris Hemsworth, so I can't approach a woman. I'm telling you right now, if you have pure intentions when approaching a woman and you're not trying to be creepy, if you're going up to a woman being like, yeah, I'm gonna get some tonight, that's creepy. If you're going up to a woman genuinely thinking like, you know, I think she's pretty, let me see if I could start a conversation, that's different. Like, yeah, you could still get rejected. That's okay. The more comfortable you are doing it and the more confident you get, then you'll do it more, and maybe occasionally it will land.
Get somebody else.
I'm trying to figure out why women are giving us advice on how to approach when they could just approach. You're the ones that like us. A relationship is not going to work if you got to convince a woman to like you. But women can convince men to like them, but they choose not to. They want to have a crush on us, and they want their crush to approach them. Makes no sense. Now, I want to talk about the first lady in the clip and the girl I used for the thumbnail. She's a single mom. She's attractive. Her name is Michaela. Michaela is an attractive woman, but she's a single mom. And it's funny to me that she called herself autistic. I don't think she's actually autistic. I just think that she's a feminist with a nice body, by the way. I won't lie. She got a nice body, right? But it just, for a girl like this, who's not even that attractive, to say that men need to approach and men are not masculine anymore and they're scared of getting rejected. Rejected by who? By you? There's no way. I wouldn't even approach you. You don't even match the standard. You're not qualified. A lot of men are not worried about approaching you. They're worried about approaching the girl that I showed previously. And when they find out she's a single mom, they're going to regret even approaching her. Hey, listen up, Shape Squad. Are you tired of being ignored by women? Well, download my free ebook, Be Attractive and Shut Up. It's going to teach you how to master attraction, build unshakable confidence, and win with women without words. Because chances are you're not ugly. You just talk too damn much. So download my free ebook, Be Attractive and Shut Up, and take control of your dating life right now. Now let's get right back to the content.
Y'all can ask for our numbers, ask if we want to go out. If y'all get rejected, that's fine. That's normal. That's human life. But at least you went up and did it. At least you got out of your comfort zone and approached the lady. I mean, we can approach y'all too, but usually we don't, because I don't know. I know we're young in term, but at some point, us females and men will come to terms of maybe it's both sides.
Why are men not confident enough to walk up to women now? See, shout out to the guys who are confident enough to walk up to women. The masculinity on earth has diminished drastically that guys don't even come up to you anymore. They'll just stare at you from a distance. As a woman who's trying to embody her feminine energy, you're not going to catch me going up to the guy. You're just not. We can just stare at each other. See, shout out to the guys who are confident enough to walk up to women, because guys don't do that anymore.
Can we please bring back men coming up to us? Why are you so scared? Why are you so scared of coming up to us? Like, genuinely, I don't want, like, I get it, like, rejection, okay, I get it. However, if you go up to a girl in a nice way, I don't think you can fail. Like, honestly.
Yes, guys, women doing a lot of projecting is going to be serious in this one. We are continuing to see women post videos complaining about men not approaching women anymore. I'm really glad to see men hold firm and stand their ground and not surrender to the commands and orders of women.
So why are men not confident enough to walk up to women now? We don't chase. We signal like, you can come up to me now. But all men do is just look at you now. And of course, like, if the woman is interested, she's gonna keep looking your way too, but it just like stays like that. Nothing ever happens because men don't walk up to women anymore, or they're just tired of being rejected. But it's like, if God were to tell you that you're gonna go through 20 rejections before you get to your yes, and that's gonna be the love of your life, you guys would be so happy to go through all 20 because you would just so closer to the love of your life.
Especially if you've already made like eye contact like several times with the girl. If you're out in public and you've made eye contact, let's say you're in the subway or the bus or just walking or getting coffee or something, and you've made eye contact with this girl multiple times, she probably thinks you're attractive. So why can't you just go up to her, just say something nice, compliment her, and then ask her for her number? That's it. Please.
Sometimes I wonder if
Why can't y'all just approach? I know why they don't approach. Because they want control. Women are obsessed with control in our culture. This is why they don't want to submit. They want us to submit to them. Women want you to worship them, put them on a pedestal, worship them. Oh my God, be obsessed with them while they're like whatever about you. Who wants to do that? I don't want to do that. We're not approaching because we're not approaching because we're scared. We're not approaching because we don't want to approach anymore. We just don't. We rather go on a dating app and swipe right and match with people that want to match with us. That's how dating apps work, right? Dating apps work by you match with us and then we talk. Not we swipe and hope and shoot our shot. No, we don't want to do that. No. But because these feminists are such control freaks and they feel like they need to control a man. I met a girl, she thought she's going to control me. I don't even like her. She approached me, got my number, whatever. And this whole time she's like, she's texting me and she's like, I'm trying to figure out why I text you more than you text me. And I'm always the one initiating text. You approach me. You want me to chase you? You wanted me. I didn't want you. And then when I hung out with her, I realized I really did not want her. Because she's working at a grocery store. Ain't nothing wrong with that. I got no problem with girls working at a grocery store. But she was wearing a mask, which I thought was kind of odd. I don't really mess with girls who still wear a mask and the pandemic is over, right? They're still wearing masks. Cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs, right? So I wanted to see her face. But she wouldn't show me her face. I'm like, yo, send me a picture. She's like, oh, well, she wanted me to take her on a date. I'm not taking you on a date. I don't even know what you look like. I met you with a mask on. Show me your face. Anyway, long story short, the first time I met up with her was at her place. She had a place. When I went to her place and I seen her face, I'm like, oh, yeah. Oh, no. Oh, no. She was okay, but again, below my standards. Not a girl I would approach, and therefore, I cut her off. Now, I cut her off silently, you know what I'm saying? And, I remember when I left, I'm like, I'm out of here. Like, I left after a couple, maybe 10, 15 minutes or whatever. We're watching like a movie. And she was like, text me when you get home. I'm like, okay. Never texted her. 2 days later, she texted me in the morning. Good morning, sweetie. Never texted her. I think she got the message. This is why we don't approach. We don't approach, okay? Y'all want control. We don't want y'all to have control. We keep in control over here, okay? We are in control over here. Y'all want us to chase y'all so I can dangle the carrot and put Punani on a pedestal. Nah, Punani's been overhyped. We done been there, done that, and we moving on to something better. We want cooperation if we gonna date a girl. That's what we want.
Hey y'all, all the men in the comments are like, oh, I didn't want to get married anyway. Okay, that's fine. Maybe one day you'll find a female and she'll change your mind. Personally, for me, I want to get married, and that's okay. But I'm also getting the comments about, oh, well, y'all said don't approach us. It's also probably the way you guys approach us. Like, if we're dancing with our homegirls and you just like come up on us and like just start like doing weird things, of course we're gonna be like weird about it. Y'all used to send us drinks. Now y'all just stare at us from across the room
and think that we have to approach y'all. What? No.
Get somebody else to do it.
You know what I think is crazy? I had dudes all in my inbox. Beautiful, you fine, I'd love to take you out, da, 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 right? I'm always by myself. Anytime I'm in Minnesota, I'm typically by myself. So I go downtown, I go out, I go places, and I run into some of these dudes, right? Maybe by themselves, some of them be with their girl. But when they by themselves, they don't say two words to me. I'm by myself, clearly. I mean, I'll be at Nicollet Diner. I'll be at all these places by myself. And they don't say two freaking words to me. But all that talk in my inbox. Which is fine, because I don't want you anyway.
Simply because social media and women has made it easier for men to just simply hit them up in the DMs. It's the easiest, laziest approach ever, but it still works. Hit women up in the DM. Quieter is more discreet.
Can we please normalize men coming up to women again? I'm so annoyed that the feminist movement and all these like very entitled females now made it like almost basically impossible for a man to never not seem creepy. And I'm just like, here, like, what the heck? If you don't come up to me, I think you're a weak man. And you may not be, you probably aren't, because it'd be impossible for every man to be a weak man, especially at the gym that I go to. But, damn. The feminists really, really ruined men-y things. Shame on you, feminists.
Tell me why I get so mad when an ugly man approaches me or tries to hit on me. Like, the audacity, like, stay in your lane. Stay in your lane.
Who's going to tell her? Who's going to tell her that these men that are hitting on her are absolutely her lane? The majority of women shoot outside of their league because they think that they're more attractive than they actually are. Like, let's be for real. All of us are average. There's a very slim percent of people that are just naturally attractive. This woman, for instance, take away her filter, even in this video, take away her lashes, her lips, all of the things that you can tell that she was insecure about, take it all away and then see how she feels about that inflated ego that she's fucking putting out into the universe. I love how women are so comfortable getting on the internet saying medium ugly this and talking shit about a man's looks, but the reality is that the majority of women's looks can be removed with a makeup wipe. And then you follow it up with this shitty personality that you think that you deserve like a hot man when you have a shitty personality. Men are stepping away from all of this bullshit because they're picking their piece over these women with these inflated egos. And the funny thing about it is that these sense of inflated egos is all fucking bullshit, because you get to know these women and they're the most insecure women. They think they're fat. They think they're ugly. They want a bunch of plastic surgery. So they talk shit about these men because it's basically just a projection about how they feel about themselves.
So I have a genuine question. And if you know me, then you know that this is coming from a loving place. And I promise I'm not a pick-me. I'm genuinely concerned. So I was talking to a male friend of mine, and we were talking about this whole trending topic of, men should just leave women alone, period. Right. And I feel like it's very divisive. Not gonna lie. I'm just gonna say that. I feel like it's very divisive, but I know that he is not allowed to make a video saying these things. So I'm going to say it. If men should not approach women in public because we're living under the assumption that all men are bad, and women aren't gonna approach men because that's just thirsty. What the fuck are we doing? Like, genuinely, what the fuck are we doing? Like, when did all men become bad? Like, and I used the example.
And we don't have all these rules for approaching us. Oh, first you got to do this, and you got to send us a drink, and you got to, oh, y'all used to send us drinks, but now y'all just, stare at us. Y'all have all these rules for approaching you. When if you're a girl, I really want to push this. If you're a girl, just go after the man you like. I showed you a girl approached me, and I wasn't even that interested in her, and I still gave her my number, and I still hung out with her because I gave it a chance. But then when I seen who she really was, I was just uninterested. But look at that, right? I didn't require her buying me nothing or taking me anywhere. She shot her shot. And even though I was out of her league, I still gave her a chance. How many women are going to give you a chance if you're out of their league? How many women? You know what I'm saying? This is why guys don't approach. You guys have too many requirements. You always have to creep this, and this gave me the ick, and da-da-da, and it's just like, yo, nobody wants to deal with this. Nobody wants to deal with modern women's ish. We'd rather meet you guys online, but we don't have to deal with your attitude, your resting bitch face. We don't got to deal with none of that. I'd rather match with you on Tinder because I don't got to send you a drink. I got to just swipe right. You don't see all the people that reject you on Tinder. You don't see all the people that reject you on Hinge. You don't see all the people that reject you on Bumble. All you see is the people that accept you. That's why dating apps are winning. Y'all don't want to be rejected. We don't want to be rejected. It is what it is. But the bigger thing, we don't want to deal with the humiliation tour that you guys want to go on to prove to yourself that you're way better than us. This girl is an average girl, basic girl. The girl prior to her was an average girl, basic girl. She said it right. A lot of these girls are super insecure, but they come online acting like they're the hottest of hottest girls. If you are a desirable woman, you're not going to be online complaining about men. But trust me, you could be a desirable man complaining about women. There's a lot of men complaining about women. And it's not because they're not with the beautiful women they want to be with. It's because a lot of these attractive women have the same software as these unattractive women. And we call that the feminist philosophy of life. It is the worst thing that happened to women since birth control. I said it. It's the worst thing because it takes away a lot of accountability and says everything is a man's fault, a man's fault, a man's fault, a man's fault. It's all a man's fault. Men are responsible for everything. We're to blame for everything. Patriarchy this, patriarchy that. If a girl wants to make an argument, all she has to do is throw the word patriarchy. She don't even know what the word patriarchy means. The last girl, one of the girls got on here and said the audacity. What the hell is audacity? Audacity. She probably can't even spell the word audacity. She's saying the word she don't even know. She just heard. So she's repeating it herself. This is what we have to deal with modern women. They're undesirable, they're hard to deal with, and they still want you to approach them as if we value them the way they value themselves. We do not. We do not, and it's sad. And one day they're going to realize that we don't value them, that they're not worth it. You know what I'm saying? And I personally think that what's going to have to happen is women are going to have to get so fed up for not being approached. And they're just going to have to concede that they have to approach. At some point, we're going to have to concede that they have to approach. And that's the day that men, we're going to have victory. So, men, hold off. That's exactly what we need to do.
But truth be told, men are over it. Men don't care about this topic anymore. And we are even to the point now where we don't even want to explain this anymore. But she don't have to get all into it too deep. Some men are still out there approaching women, just not all men.
My theory on men liking approachable women by appearance continues. This is the saga of when I look not 100% is when I get hit on the most. This is what I'm wearing to the airport. Okay? Very simple. Nothing crazy. I have had one man propose to me, and yes, propose in front of 100 other people in line. I had another man try talking to me, asking where I live and how is it on that side of the world. Not trying to make small talk because we're in line, but because he was genuinely interested, because he kept turning around and kept looking at me up and down. Not sure if he was waiting for me to be like, yeah, like here's my number or something. No. And right now, one of the golf people that drive through the airport almost like hit a wall and was like, God damn, again, boobs aren't showing, body's not showing. I am in lazy clothes, and yet I'm getting hit on or approached more often than not.
These girls get online just to brag about, oh, when I'm not doing a lot, look at all these men that want me. I'm not even trying. I'm just so beautiful, so effortlessly. Oh, I'm not even trying. These men, like I said, it proves my point. She did all this for attention. She loved all the attention she got. She couldn't wait to come to the internet and tell this story. She couldn't wait. This is why we don't approach. Because we don't want to be part of your story of, oh, this guy approached me and he was just this and that. Knowing damn well you excited as hell that you got approached, but you got a front for the internet like you're not. You got a front for the internet like you're not. Knowing damn well you were excited as hell. This is modern women for y'all. This is modern women for y'all. It's so interesting because this girl acting like she got nothing done. Girl, you got your hair done, you're fit. You think you gotta be showing boobs? This is why women go out there showing their body like that, because they think they have to get attention. She think that if she dressed modestly, no one's gonna approach her. Why? I wonder, why do you think that? Why do you think that we don't like modest women? We just like 304s. So what she's really communicating is that she normally dresses like a 304, but for once she's covered up because she's in an airport and she's still getting approached, and so her thoughts are, oh, men only approach modest women because I'm not even doing the most. Your hair's done, your makeup's done, you're fit. What more do you want? You think you need to wear a thong bikini to the beach. You don't have to. I'm not saying wear granny panties, but your both butt cheeks don't gotta be out. And some men are gonna find that attractive. Men like me, I'm just gonna think that you're just a slore. I'm gonna think you're a slore. I'm like, this what? This thought? Hell no, I ain't gonna approach that. We are not going to approach. Ladies, if you want us, come holler at us. You don't gotta buy us a drink. You don't gotta get down on your knee and propose to us. You don't gotta do none of that goofy shit. Come up, give a compliment, ask for the number, and we'll send you on your way. It's simple. Instead of trying to convince us that it's worth us approaching when you're the one that likes us, this is the problem I have. Y'all like us, and y'all trying to convince us to approach you. No. If you like us, if you have a crush on me, whether I'm at the gym, while I'm at work, even if I'm in a grocery store, approach me. I don't bite. Most men don't bite. Most men never get approached. This is what women don't understand. Most men never get approached. But attractive women or semi-attractive women or women that are just half naked get approached all the time. But since you guys are pretending like you're so cocky and that you're such a 10, you think you're such a dime, how come you don't approach? If you're like God's gift to earth, how come you don't approach? Oh yeah, because you really don't believe that. You really don't believe it. A lot of these girls, the most attractive women I've ever been with in my life, and I could say this 100%. All the most attractive women I've ever been in my life were deeply insecure. Deeply insecure. Not kinda, deeply insecure. The cocky women you see are like the ones in this video. Average women. Average women are the cockiest women. Or single moms. If you're average or a single mom, your attitude is going to be through the roof. I'm just saying. I've met a woman with one arm. And she was cocky as hell. She ghosted me. I got ghosted by a girl with one arm. By the way, I didn't even know she had one arm. We matched on, I can't remember what dating app. We hung out. She came over. It should have been a red flag. She came over on the first date. She came right over. First time I met her, came over. She had one arm. Yeah. Imagine that. You would think she'd be humble. No. No. She was pompous. Very much so. Anyway, like this video, subscribe to the channel. Channel blowing up. I appreciate you guys. Check out some of my other videos. And I'll see y'all over there.